Hello everybody, welcome back to RoXolid Productions on our series on Should You Cut the Cord and what services that are out there. We previously looked at Sling TV. We're now looking at DirecTV Now. Well, we will be in a moment. DirecTV Now is a derivative of DirecTV, part of the AT&T network, and it's their over-the-top streaming service. It's very similar in concept to Sling and Dish Network in that relationship. DirecTV Now and DirecTV, they simply have brought their branding closer together. There's a number of different plans and devices you can use, but one device you cannot use right now, Android TV. There is no Android TV app. I have tried to use the APK from Android TV on other devices to sideload it. It installs, but it never actually launches. Every time that I go ahead to try to initiate a launch of the software, it always crashes on me. So right now, you cannot use, or there is no Android TV channel available for DirecTV Now. However, you do have some side benefits with DirecTV Now over services like Sling. If you went back and watched my video on Sling TV, one of the criticisms that I had was the fact that you could not use your Sling TV login on all different carriers or all different channels. Whereas right now, one of the big ones for me is NBC Sports or NBCSN. Now, NBCSN is another one. There is no Android TV app for it at this time. However, there are APKs out there that you can utilize, like I will here, and in a moment it'll pop up. There it is, and I can go through and watch NBC Sports or NBCSN if I want to, using my DirecTV Now login. If you do sideload an APK like this is off of a phone, my advice to you is to get something such as, I have the Logitech keyboard here with the mouse on it. The reason why is it's reliant on a touch screen, so here I can actually go through and launch different items because I can't touch my screen here and have it do anything. So if I use the drop down, I want to use NBC Sports, and I can go to my replays, and let's say, again, big thing for me for NBCSN, IndyCar and Formula One. I can launch that. It's going to authorize it. Give it a moment. And again, it's using my credentials from DirecTV Now to authorize the broadcast that we have here. Compatibility, I've talked about how you can't use DirecTV Now with Android TV as it comes out of the box. At least there's no app for DirecTV Now for Android TV. You can Chromecast or cast from a mobile device to a Android TV, such as the NVIDIA Shield TV that we're using here. That works without a problem. The issue there, you need a separate device to cast to the TV. Sometimes, especially if you're at night in the bedroom, you don't want to fumble with a phone to flip through the channels. However, while there is not a current app for DirecTV Now on Android TV, there is one for Apple TV, there's one for the Amazon Fires, and what I will show you here in a moment is the Rokus. And this is just the $50 stick from Roku. This is actually the device I use in my bedroom. That is a 1080p Samsung flat screen smart TV. Samsung does not have a DirecTV Now app at this time either, so that is something as manufacturers go to update everything. So for me, having a 1080p device in a bedroom on a 1080p TV made perfect sense. I did not need the 4K Roku. So I'm going to go to the DirecTV Now, and if you notice here it says early release. I guess that they're looking at adding features and benefits down the road, but we will go into the DirecTV Now app and let it load. Real time. So here you can see it's not the fastest in the world, but it's not bad. I think Sling TV was faster getting to this point. Very nice picture as we see here. If I arrow down, I can bring up what's up now. I can look through shows, movies, or network. I also have a guide search, very similar to your typical guide that you would find through any pay TV provider. What I like about this over the Sling TV is the fact it is the transparent sort of guide, so your content still plays in the background. Sling TV, the guide was the guide, and that's all that you got to see. You can see your networks here, program name. You can go forward to kind of see what's coming up. No DVR functionality at this time. It is something they're working on, but it is not available at this time. They do have what they call a 72-hour rewind, however. And with that, what you can do on certain stations and certain stations only, you can go back up to 72 hours to miss or to catch up on a program you may have missed. So let me go to AT&T. The way that works is you go to the network name in the guide here, highlight it. It'll show you what's coming up now. You can go forward if you scroll over to see what's coming up. And here's your 72-hour rewind. So if you hit this, at this point, it doesn't look like there's any content available on TNT. I know another channel that I had checked the other night, I'll occasionally turn on WWE and watch Raw. I wanted to go back and re-watch Raw from the other night, and USA, when I went in here, did not have a 72-hour, if you can see I'm going up, does not have a 72-hour rewind functionality. It very much in the testing stages. The service is less than a year old. They're still going through some growing pains. There are promotions out there too I highly suggest for you to check out. For example, they had a promotion when I bought my Roku, which I bought specifically for this test. No one provided the equipment. They had a promotion where I would get 30 days worth of free service. Now, it's registered to your email address, so what I'm going to do on the 28th or 29th day, I'm going to use my secondary email address. I'll end up double dipping. It's not per credit card, it's not per address, it's not per household, it's by email address. So there are tips and tricks out there to kind of help continue to reduce your bill. Speaking of bills, what you're looking at for DirecTV Now starts at $35 a month, and it has what you would consider most of your basic channels. Now, one of the things I like is that the $35 a month plan, it does include NBC Sports Network. That's the big one again for me, Formula One, IndyCar, and actually at this point in the year, NASCAR is also on NBCSN as well. So that's something for me, for the sports, I really want NBCSN. There are plans above that that add features. You can add a la carte channels too, HBO, Showtime, Cinemax. Those are all available for an extra fee along with other channels too. The additional plans are, like I say, $50, $60, and $70. Now, once you get to the $70 plan, you really have to weigh whether or not you're saving money by cutting the cord, or are you really just being, hey, look at me, I'm cutting the cord even though I don't have boxes and stuff like that. You're going to get a very similar experience with DirecTV Now at the $70 price point as you would with a regular DirecTV plan. But with the regular DirecTV plans, you have things like DVR functionality, which is missing from this for right now. Local channels also not available in all areas. At $35 a month, that's actually a pretty good deal. And if you are an AT&T cellular customer, DirecTV Now is an even better deal because they're giving away, I believe it's a $25 credit on any plan when you sign up for DirecTV Now. That makes the base plan, the $35 plan for DirecTV Now, $10 a month. And they've got good content on there for that amount of money. And they're also running a deal right now too with AT&T Wireless where you get HBO for free too. So it's really an exceptional deal if you are an AT&T customer. So you've heard me sing the praises of DirecTV Now. I do like it a lot. For me, this was going head to head with PlayStation Vue. Now recently PlayStation Vue announced that they are getting rid of their core Slim plan and basically all the Slim plans that did not have the extra $10 a month fee for local channels. Regardless of where you are, you've got that $10 upcharge now. So it makes PlayStation Vue not quite the same value that it used to be. I do like the fact that with PlayStation Vue I can use it on more devices. There is an app for my NVIDIA Shield TV. I have a PlayStation 4 to the side of my television as well, so I can utilize that. It has the cloud-based DVR already there, while I do have similar functionality with the 72-hour rewind. In addition to that, let's go back to our NVIDIA Shield TV here for a moment. And we'll go back to that. While you may not be able to have the DVR functionality with DirecTV Now that like Sling has it as an optional add-on, hear my dog squeaking in the background, and also with PlayStation View, you do have the option, like you saw me go in here with NBC Sports, where I could go and do replays. So the need for an in-home DVR is starting to become less and less. You're able to do more and more through on-demand type services and over-the-top type services, such as with the NBC Sports network that we have here. Not all content has that, that's something to keep in mind. But so much is switching from DVR to on-demand, it's really something to consider, and it's less of a hindrance than it used to be. Now, that's again where I ding Sling TV. I didn't have the capability to log in with my Sling account on all services, so that kind of was a detraction for me. But overall, picture quality really good, 1080p right now. Have not had a whole lot of issues. Have not had any hardware issues either, going to the first generation Chromecast, the second generation, my NVIDIA Shield TV, they all work just fine. The Roku obviously works really, really well. A little bit on the slow side, but again, it's the second to cheapest option out there. I didn't go with one that had a super fast processor, all these features. It doesn't have the headphone jack on the remote. I just wanted something that was easy, that if I'm lying in bed, I can go and I can watch my pay TV simply and cheaply. So overall, DirecTV Now, not a bad value. Good picture, good functionality, has a few things that are still going against it. And I will tell you, coming from, I was a DirecTV customer before using any of these cord cutting or cord shaving services. There's a lot of familiar here for me. The guide looks very similar. The website looks very similar. For me, it was a very natural progression. But I will say, we're not done testing. We're still going to do PlayStation View. Hulu and YouTube TV are not available yet in my areas. At least the YouTube TV is not. I'm looking forward to trying that. I've got to look into the Hulu. For me, that probably won't be an option because it doesn't have the sports content that I'm looking for. So that was our brief look at whether you should cut the cord with DirecTV Now. I'd say if you are an AT&T customer, it's a no-brainer, especially if you don't watch a whole lot of TV. Why pay $50, $60, $70 a month when you can literally get away with $10 a month? Oh, one other thing, because you are an AT&T customer, if you are streaming your DirecTV Now over your AT&T cell phone, it doesn't count against your data cap. Granted, it's unlimited until they decide to throttle you, but it doesn't count against your data cap, which is really nice too. Even if you are on one of the smaller plans, I know there are people out there who have the tiered data plans, it does not count against your data usage on it, which is a nice bonus on there too. DirecTV Now, definitely worth consideration. I would put it as an improvement over Sling TV as far as my needs. It's $5 less a month. It gives me the login functionality I need for other networks and everything. I like the interface, just wish that it had the Android TV app. Thanks for watching. If you have any comments, please leave them down below. I answer them all. Make sure you leave us a like, comment, and subscribe. That really helps grow the channel. And let me know what you want to see, whether you should do next. Should you do the PlayStation View? Is there another device that you're looking at? Should I buy one of these? Looking at doing movie reviews in the future too, like should you go see Transformers 5? No, it's terrible. If you've seen the first one, the second one, the third one, or the fourth one, you've already seen the fifth one, just with different Autobots and Decepticons. Terrible movie. So thanks for watching. We'll see you soon.